right? Uh, Now, the, ans- the answer for the state of the dendrites receive stimuli and transmit nerve impulses towards the cell body, right? From here onwards, we are going to discuss the lesson after this one last question, right? Describe the structure of typical neuron. Describe the structure of a typical neuron. Right. Don't write the answer for it. Just listen. Describe the structure of typical neurons. Right. Right. Now this is the classical image of a typical neuron. Right. From here, you can see the main flower-like plant part, right? And a fruit-like part. Uh, Actually, it is like a fibrous or a filament, right? There are two parts, right? Which are interconnected. There are two parts which are interconnected. Here. Now, these two parts, when we are considering these two parts together, we call it as neuron. Neuron is the name that we are using to name the structural and functional unit. Structural and functional. Structural means it is building block. And the functional means the neuron system is activated through this cell, right? Right. There are two main parts. First one is cell body. This part, right? It is like a flower, and small dendrites are connected to it. Dendrites. And here we have the nucleus. Here we have the nucleus at the center of the cell body, right? Then, from this cell body, a one dendrite has extended from the, that is away from the body, and it is called axon. Axon. It is called axon, right? You can see this axon in brown color inside these smiling sheets. It is in brown color here, right? Right. Right. These myelin sheets are lipid. It is made from a lipid component, right? They are covering these axons, right? You need to remember axons are much more longer than dendrites and larger than the dendrites. Axons are longer and larger than the dendrites, right? And the axons are covered by the myelin sheaths, right? Then, between these myelin sheaths, you will see Ranvier nodes. In other terms, node of Ranvier, right? In between myelin sheaths. Myelin sheaths are like clips which are covering the axon, right? Now, these axons are longer, right? Now, the end of the axis, we can see branch nature here, right? This end at the end of this branches, you will have synapses vesicles. You will have synapses vesicles. Synapses vesicles. These synapses vesicles will combine to another cell body here. Now you have understand the structure of a typical neuron. Dua, you have to read each of these parts. To start from cell body.
Cell body, dendrites, nucleus, node of Ranvier, axon, myelin sheath,
It
synapses,
is
vesicle,
myelin sheath. It is myelin sheath,
myelin sheath,
right? Then
axon, synapses, vesicles.
synapses vesicles, right? Here, wait, Dua, I will ask about Sehansa what is going on.
Sir,
Oh, Dua, yeah.
සර් සෙහන්සට ඩේටා නෑ කියලා දාගත්තම එනවයි කිව්වා.
දාගත්ත ගමන් එනවා කියලා කිව්වද? Okay,
ඔව්
Dua.
සර් ආයෙ එනවයි කිව්වා.
Right. Thank you. එයා online පෙන්නනවා හැබැයි. Right. දැන් එයි ඒක. හරි. Now, again, you have to remember this structure is a cell, right? Right. That we have learned about animal cells like round shapes, a nucleus, and the membrane is here, and various organs are either cytoplasm, right? This is a typical animal cell. But here, this neuron is also an animal cell, right? But it is specialized to transmit impulses, right? Neuron, nerve cell is known as neuron. Nerve cell is known as a neuron. But this neuron is specialized to transmit impulses. Right, Tua? Clear there? Now you know those actions are much longer than we think. Right? So we have cell body and nerve fibers. Nerve fibers means axons. Right? Clear that?
Clear, sir.
Right. Nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum are found in the cell body, not within the axon. Right? Axons arises from the cell body as a single process. The axons transmit impulses away from the cell body. Right. Point එකකට. Right? Now, impulses are nerve impulses. Nerve impulses are coming to the cell body through the dendrites. Through the dendrites. Nerve impulses are coming to the cell body. Huh? They are going away from the cell body to the other nerve. Like I have driven previously to the other nerve, to the axon. Right? Here you will have another neuron. To the other neuron, to the axon. Here you will have another neuron. Clear? So, nerve impulses are carried away to the axons. Clear the lamai?
Clear, sir.
Right. Slender process called dendrites. Receive stimuli, like everyone, transmit impulses to the cell body. Cell body එකට ගේන. අරයා ගේනවා මෙයා යවනවා. අරයා ගේනවා මෙයා යවනවා. හරි? Detritus අරන් එනවා cell body එකට axon එකෙන් යවනවා. ඊළඟ එකට. හරි? They are interconnected. Most of the axons in chordates, ඒ කියන්නේ කවුද chordates කියන්නේ? ඇදුව chordates කියන්නේ කවුද? අමතකද?
දන්නේ නැහැ, sir.
Who are chordates? ඒ කියන්නේ දුව phylum chordata. You know about the phylum chordata? Don't know නේ? නේද? Right.
නෑ,
There
sir.
is a phylum in the animal kingdom Animalia taxonomy called phylum chordata. Right? That the key feature of this chordata, right? There are a few key features, right? That the first thing is this. Nervous system is consist of this what? This type of nervous tissue, right? You will learn those things. The feature that a flexible rod providing skeletal support, replaced by the vertebral column vertebrates, right? You will learn about the chordata, phylum chordata in the future, right? Now, most of the axons in chordates are myelinated. Then, අපෙත් මේ myelin වලින් cover වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, right? Myelin sheath is not continuous and it is interrupted. Places are known as nodes of Ranvier, right? ඔයා හිතන්නකො නිකන් මේක නූලකට දැම්ම පබලු ටිකක් වගේ කියලා myelin කොපු ටික. ඔයා myelin sheath එක ඇවිල්ලා නූලකට අමුණපු පබලු ටිකක් වගේ කියලා. ඒ පබලු තමයි myelin sheath. දැන් ඒ myelin දෙකක් අතර තියෙනවා Ranvier node එක. Clearද?
clear sir.
Right. Miss Sehansa, are you okay now with the data?
Okay sir.
Right. හරි. එතකොට දුව ඔයාට that you have missed something very important. So you have to listen again, right? I will deliver you the recording. Okay, Dua?
Okay sir.
Right. Okay. Again, if I have forgotten it, you have to send me a message, right? Myelin sheath is not a continuous thing, right? They will ask in MCQ questions by giving a phrase like myelin sheath is a continuous and uninterrupted thing, but no, it is interrupted like that pabalu things, right? Right. And the Ranvier, not Ranvier. You know about the run. You know about Ranvier. See, ne? Now this is not Ranveer, this is Ranveer. Okay, ළමයි? හරි. රන්වීර් සිංව දන්නවද? Actor in Bollywood?
Oh sir.
Right. This is Ranveer. Ranveer කියලා එහෙම ලියන්න එපා. හරි. හේතුව එක කොල්ලෙක්. හරිද මේ ලියලා තිබ්බා notes of Ranveer කියලා. ලකුණු බිඳුවයි. Right. This myelin sheath increases the speed of transmission. This is the answer for the question. Right? It increases the speeds of transmission of impulses. Right. Now, what is the function? Now you know the structural and functional unit of the nerve tissue is the neuron or the nerve cell. Nerve cell is known as neuron. Right? Then, our brain. There are millions of neurons within our brain. Actually, brain is that the brain is a major part of our neuron system, so nerve system. And yeah, you will learn again, right? Now we have discussed the impulses are coming towards the body through the dendrites, and axon will carry them away to another neuron, right? The function of neuron is to receive information from the receptors, right? Now, let's talk again about the eye, right? Now answer. The image is created on which part of the eye? Kitnulu.
Retina.
Sorry, it is
Retina එකේ.
retina. Right. It is a retina. Now, now there is a nerve called in here, main nerve called Sehasa. What is it? Sehasa. Kitnuli.
Rod cells.
No. I am asking the name of the nerve, not the cells of the retina. Yes, yes. Now you know there are two types of cells on the retina. But I am asking the name of the nerve here.
Optic nerve.
It is very good. It is the optic nerve. Right? Now, we receive signals about the external things in the environment. Like as an example, if an image of a car is created on the retina, the signal will go through this optic nerve to the brain. Now, which cells are there in the brain? There
Nerve
are,
cell.
yes, there are neurons or nerve cells. Right. Now, this signal from the eye will transfer to the dendrites. Right? And there is a little bit complex way of transferring it. Right? Right. Now, you know our eye is a receptor and our skin is also a receptor. Right? Receptor means they get stimuli from the external environment. Right? They receive things. So we are called them as receptors. Right? ඇහෙන් දකිනවා, කනෙන් අහනවා, නහයෙන් ගන්ධ සුවඳ දැනෙනවා. ළමයා සයන්ස් වලදී good or bad odors කියලා දෙයක් නැහැ. අපි කතා කරන්නේ odors ගැන. Right? ඊට පස්සේ අපිට දිවෙන් රස දැනෙනවා, ඊට පස්සේ ස්කින් එකෙන් අපිට මොනවද? ටෙම්පරේචර් එක, ඊට පස්සේ පේන් එක. හරි? ඔය දේවල් අපිට දැනෙනවා. Right? Or receive information from those types of receptors or from another neuron. ඒ මොකක්ද ඒ කියන්නේ? අර මම අර ඇඳලා මෙතන from another neuron කියපුවාම කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා මේ. That I will draw it again roughly. Right. Now imagine. Right. This second neuron is receiving the data from this axon, from this neuron. Right. It is a chain. It is a chain of neurons. Right. Data received from here to the receptors or another neuron. අපි මෙතන ඇහැක් අඳින්න නැතුව අපි මෙතන තව නියුරෝන් එකක් අඳිනවා. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ක්ලියර්ද?
Clear.
සහසදෝ ක්ලියර්ද? සහස කො ක්ලියර්ද?
Clear.
right. හරි. හරි. Right. Then, according to the function of the neuron, there are three. Right? Yes. No need to learn about much more details about these three. You will learn it in next year in the grade 12 under the biology. Sahasa, are you decided to do the maths? Like you said previously? Maths or bio? Kitnuli has selected the biology. No? Kitnuli, that you are going to do the biology.
Yes, sir.
Right. Sehasa, she's again. Right. Right. There are three types of neurons according to the functions. Right. First one is sensory neuron. Right. Second one is interneuron. Third one is motor neuron. Right. You will learn much more details about these things in the grade 12. Okay, कितने दो?
Okay, sir.
Right. Clear कर दो. Name. प्रश्नांक. प्रश्नांक. Name three types of neurons according to their function. Right. ලියවද? දුව ලියවද? කිතුලේ
ලිව්වස.
ඉන්න මම මේ ටික ඔක්කොම එකට තියෙන ෆිගර් එකක් වෙන්නේ. Right? Right. A good picture is here. Much complex. Right, a simple thing is there. Right. Can you see this?
Yes.
Right. Here you will have these three types of neurons. Right. First thing is sensory neuron. Right. Then interneuron. In here you have motor neuron. Right. These are interconnected. Like this. Right. Now, from its name, you can get an idea about the sensory neuron. Right? These are the neurons which receive that stimuli. Right? ඔතනින් එනවා stimuli. බලන්න මේකේ තියෙන වෙනස. The cell body is in the middle of action. These are myelin sheaths. These are myelin sheaths. Now, this is the cell body. Did you see it? Idnare?
Yes.
Right. Now, this is the cell body. Here again, the myelin sheaths are started. Then it is connected to a interneuron. Interneuron means in Sinhala, අතරමැදි neuron. Right? අතරමැදි neuron. අතරමැදි interneuron. Right. It is the typical neuron that we have learned today. Sorry, the typical neuron is the motor neuron that we have learned today. Here you will not see the myelin sheaths in the interneurons. Right? Clear? So these signals will be passed to interneuron. And again, it will go through this axon and pass to this motor neuron. Motor neuron, from its word, it is looking like that. That it will do a mechanical work like a motor, right? The same thing, it will be connected to a muscle. It will be connected to a muscle-like thing. Then it will do the work. Like here, you will sense a high heat. High heat. Then it will pass through this. Right? Oh, yeah. Right. This is passed through this. Right? And finally, the response should come to our muscles. It should come to our muscles to get our hand or our skin away from the heat. Right? That the final duty is getting it away from the heat is done by the motor neuron. Right? It is sensed by the heat, right? And it is gone through the interneuron to the motor neuron. මේ sensory neuron එකයි motor neuron එක අතර මැද තියෙන interneuron. Right? එහෙමනම් මේ interneuron එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ කොහෙද? දැන් ඔතන skin එකට connect වෙනවා. මෙතනත් skin එකට connect වෙනවා. එහෙනම් මේක තියෙන්න ඕනේ කොහෙද? ඉන්න පෙන්නන්න. Right here. Now this is the clear version. Here you are having sensory neuron. In here you will see the motor neuron. Now where is the interneuron? මෙන්න මේ පුච්චියට තියෙන interneuron මෙතන. What is this? This is the spinal cord. Shushubna. This is the spinal cord. Now receptor is the skin. Skin or eye or ear or something. Like in the previous example, I will say it is as skin. Now, it will receive the impulses, right? Input transmission through the sensory neuron, and it will, that signals will pass to the what? Interneuron, and it will go to the what? Motor neuron. Then to the motor neuron, the effectors were there. It will receive from the effectors. Effectors means the parts that the things are done by the effectors. Right? ඔතන දුවවට මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ දේ තමයි the in the sensory neuron the cell body is in the center of two axons, and this interneuron is in the spinal cord, right? And motor neuron is connected to the effector, while sensory neuron is connected to a receptor. Both sensory and motor neurons are connected to a what? Interneuron. Clear the lamai?
clear sir.
Right. Hari. Right. අපි දැන් යමු පොතට. බලන්න sensory neuron එක ගැන දැන් කියලා දෙනවා. The cell body of the sensory neuron is present in the middle of the nerve fiber. Now you know that. Clear? The cell bodies are present inside the ganglion. Right? Ganglion එක ඇතුලේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Now what is ganglion? Do you know that? Yes. Wait. You are right though. ඔයාට පේනවද මේක? ඔව්නේ?
ඔව්
Right. Now cell bodies, right? Cell bodies are this type of ganglions which is outside of the brain or the spinal cord, right? For these spots, we are using the name ganglion. This picture will clear it off. Right. Here. Now this blue colored one is sensory neuron. Its Cell body is in the dorsal root ganglion. Right? And you know that interme- interneuron, which is act as an intermediate, will be located here. Right? So its cell body is not in a ganglion. Neither. It is in the spinal cord. Clear though? Clear neither?
Clear, sir.
Right. Now for this type of things we are what? They are called ganglia. So where you can find the cell body of motor neuron? Is it in a ganglion? See here. Is it in a ganglion? Cell body of a motor neuron. Adu? No, it is within the spinal cord here. අර ඉදිමිච්ච තැනක අර ඉදිමිච්ච එකක තියෙනවා නම් තමයි මොකද්ද? ගැන්ග්ලියන් එක ඇතුලේ තියනවා කියන්නේ. Now here the cell body of the motor neuron is in the spinal cord. දැක්කද? කිතුලිද? Right. So we can move. I think all are clear. Right. Dendrites are
Clear,
present.
sir.
Very good. Dendrites are present. Wait. This is enlargement. Right. Dendrites are present at the sensory organs. Sensory organ එකේ තමයි dendrites තියෙන. අර skin එකේ කියලා අපි කිව්වේ. ඇහි කියලා අපි කිව්වේ. And the axon is present in the central nervous system. Central nervous system means it can be spinal cord or brain. නේද? Axon එක යන්නේ දැන් මම ඔතන ඇන්දොත් මෙයා ඉන්නේ ganglion එක ඇතුලේ. ඔතන ඔය ටික ඇතුල් වෙනවා central nervous system එකට. ඔතන connect වෙනවා skin එක. clear නේ? ටිකක් සංකීර්ණයි. ඒ මහා ලොකු දේවල් නෙමෙයි. ඕකේද? Right?
හරි.
Right. හරි. ඊට පස්සේ ganglion is a structure formed by the collection of cell bodies. Now you saw it. They transit impulses from sensory organs to central nervous system. When they are saying central nervous system, you have to remember what does it mean. It is brain or the spinal cord. Right? Then motor neuron. Right? Motor neuron possesses a star-shaped cell body. Right? අර වගේ. ඔය මේකේ මේ තියෙන්නේ star-shaped cell body. With many fibers. One of them is the axon, and it is long. It is going through the spinal, from the spinal cord to the muscle tissue. නේද? muscle එකටම මේ axon එක යනවා. right? ඔන්න nerves. Right? හරි. So, one of them is the axon and it is long. Sometimes it is greater than 1 meter length. ඇයි අපේ කොඳුයට වේලීලා යන්න ඕනේ ඇඟිලි පුරුකක කෙලවරට. ඔයා හිතන්න දුව කකුලේ මහපට ඇඟිල්ල කෙලවරට මේක ඇක්සන් එකක් යනවා. So it can be more than 1 meter length. The fibers and cell body are found within the central nervous system. Right? These fibers and cell bodies are found within the central nervous system. You saw it now. The cell body is in the spinal cord. I will send those photos to the WhatsApp group. So though you have to, and I will include those things to the note also. Right? Oh, okay, Dua? And you have to keep them with you. Hituli Dua?
Okay.
Right. Then what's it? The function of the motor neuron is to transmit the impulses to the central nervous system, right? Effectors called muscles, right? Now you know there are 3 types of muscles, right? Muscles කිව්වහම 3 types වලටම යනවා මේ. හරි නේද? Right. Then the interneuron අර පුංචි එක. එයා ඉන්නේ spinal cord එක or brain එක. The whole neuron is present within the central nervous system. හරි. සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ඉන්නේ central nervous system එකේ. Right? The axons are short. දැක්කන් හරි පුංචි. හරි? Axons are short. Many dendrites are present. The interneuron connected to the sensory neuron with the motor neuron. Right? Sensory neuron එකයි motor neuron එකයි අතර මැද්දේ තමයි මේ පුංචි එකා ඉන්නේ. Clear දුව?
Clear.
Right. හරි. Right දුව. ප්‍රශ්නයක් ලියගන්න. Great. Right දුව. Describe the structure. Describe the structure with a figure of with a figure of three types of with a figure of three types of neurons found in the nervous system. Found in the nervous system. Right, මම ඔතනට දානවා image එකක්. ඒක අඳින්න ඕනේ ගෙදරදී. Right? ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නය ලියගන්න. Write down the function of each type of neuron. Write down the function of each type of neuron. Right. හරිද? දැන් ඔය දෙක ගෙදර වැඩ ප්‍රශ්න. Right? ගෙදර වැඩ දෙනවා. දැන් grade 11 නේ. ඕකේද? හරිද? කරන්න ඕනේ. කරලා photos අනිවාර්යෙන් දාන්න ඕනේ මම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා දානවා. Right? සෙහන්ස දාලා තිබ්බේ නෑ මොකද එයාට කලින් පාර රෙකෝඩින් එක අමතක වෙච්ච ඉඳ වෙනවා. Right. මෙන්න මේ සමරි එකේ දුව මෙන්න මේ තියෙන chart එක තියනවා නේද? එක ගොඩාක් වටින එක. හරි පාඩම් කරද්දි මේකෙන් බලාගෙන මතක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. මාට ඒ කොටසේ තියෙන කරුණු ටික. ඕකේ දුව? ඕකේ නේද? Here.
Okay.
Right. Now we are going to a non-topic. Right? Well-known topic called photosynthesis. Right. We are gonna photosynthesis. And here ඒකේ කියලා දෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. හරි? Right. ලියන්න. Define the photosynthesis. Define the photosynthesis. Define the photosynthesis. You are the
Livers.
right. දුව ලියප් එක එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න බලන්න මට මොකක්ද ඒක කියන්නේ කියලා.
ලයිට් එනර්ජි එක යූස් කරගෙන ග්‍රීන් ප්ලාන්ට්ස් වල ක්ලෝරොෆිල් එකේ හදන ෆුඩ්ස් ආහාරත් යොදාගෙන කාබන් ඩයොක්සයිඩුයි වෝටර් රෝ මිනරල් එකක් විදියට යූස් කරගෙන ඒව යූස් කරලා හදන ප්‍රොසෙස් එක.
raw material, right? raw material එකක් විදියට හදලා what process එක. Right? In here, basically, the green plants are using water and carbon dioxide, which are taken from the outside environment. Right? That carbon dioxide is from the air and the water is from the soil. Right? And by using light energy is naturally from the sun, and we can give the light energy artificially to the bulbs. Right? If the sun is not available, like now people are farming inside the buildings, right? Especially in China, they are doing a large scale farming within buildings. That have you seen those things, Kitnuli? Do? Do? And the
No.
right, independent. Right? So the sunlight is not available for that to the internal area, so they are using lights like this. Did you see? Vertical farming.
Yes.
It is mainly done in China. They are using lights, artificial things, right? But naturally, the light is given by the sun, solar power. In here, they are using lights. And there are special lights which are producing the required amount of light with the to produce the food more efficient, right? That they are using now. There are 4 colors in the 7 colors in the white light. That is right. Now from these 7 colors, the most effective colors for the photosynthesis are there. So these people select those colors and give them in higher amounts to increase the productivity of the plant. Right. Yeah. So here we have light energy and absorbed by the root hairs. H2O and carbon dioxide. Like that. We are coming to the interior environment of the plant, the leaf, and there we have chloroplast. Right? This chloroplast absorbs the light energy and synthesize glucose by using carbon dioxide and H2O. So CO2 enters to the leaf mainly through the stomata. You know the stomata. You can see stomata majorly in the underside of the leaf. Neither lower epidermis.
Also,
Right. Right. Then this leaf will produce oxygen. Release oxygen while producing glucose. Right. Clear නේද? චිත්‍රාන්තින ආසයි නේද? චිත්‍රාන්තින ආසයි නේද? නේ?
also.
Right. Draw a diagram. ප්‍රශ්න. Draw a diagram describing the factors necessary for the photosynthesis on a figure 2.2 එක ඔතන අදින්න. Okay, do?
හරි සර්.
Right. So now you have to read this let us study, and you have to enter reading from sunlight. Right. Start. Let us study how green plants care.
Let us study how green plants obtain water and carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Terrestrial plants obtain water from soil for photosynthesis. Water in the soil is absorbed through root hairs by osmosis. The absorbed water then travels into root xylem through cortex and endodermis. From there, water is transported into mesophyll cells of leaves via the xylem of stem and the veins of leaves. The network of veins in the leaves distributes water throughout the leaf. CO carbon dioxide is obtained from the atmosphere for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide diffuses into leaf through stomata, then it reaches the mesophyll cells via intercellular spaces.
Right, bro. Now, you know this water is absorbed through the root hair by osmosis. What is osmosis? Osmosis is a process which what is traveled from high concentration of water to the low concentration of water. Right? It means, right? Or there is a plant. You write that. Right? Now here is the soil. Right? Now you know there is this water surrounding the roots like this. Right? Now, in where you can see the high concentration of water inside the plant or the soil near to the plant. That high amount of water.
Soil near to the
Right.
plant.
Yes, it is. It is soil near to the plant. So, in the osmosis, water flows from high concentration to the low concentration. So it goes from soil to the plant, right? Actually, it is to the root hairs. I magnified this, right, for the understanding. It is go to the root hairs, right? Clear though?
Clear.
Right. Then you have learned about the xylem, right? There are, right, there is a xylem tissue in the root also, right? Root එකෙත් අර විදිහටම ඉන්ටර් කරනවා. ඒක ෆිගර් එකකින්ම කියලා දෙන්න. root එක හරහා යන්න එපා. Right. Here you can see. දුව clearද? මේක මේ පේනවද දුවට? ෆිගර් එක?
පේනවා.
Right. Here you can see the cross section of a root. Right? Right? So in the cross section, these small hairs are root hairs. So now what is flowing through this root hair? To the cortex of the root. Okay, though? Remember, these the cross section of a root and the stem are different. They are different. There are differences. So the root is another thing, the stem is another thing, right? Here we are talking about the what? Root. Now H2O is coming inside through osmosis from high concentration to low concentration. Clear though? Here we have cortex.
Clear.
Right. cortex. Then it will go through the endodermis, internal tissue, right? Then to the xylem. Xylem is in the center, is in the center of the stem. Sorry, root. Is in the center of the root. Right? This is what I say the difference between the root and the stem cross sections. Did you see?
Yes.
So there are many differences between the root and the stem. You will learn those things in the errors. So don't worry. Right. Now you have to remember this thing, right? Api then, yeah. දැන් ඔන්න මේක අපි පැත්තකින් තියාගෙන කතා කරමු. ටෙක්ස්ට් බුක් එකේ තියෙන එක. right. ඔන්න දැන් පොතත් බලා ගන්න. හරි. Absorbed water then travels into the root xylem through the cortex and endodermis. Is it clear now?
Clear.
Right. From there, water is transported into mesophyll cells of leaves. Right, mesophyll cells of leaves. Where the mesophyll cells are located in the leaves? Here you can say, see mesophyll cells. Wait. දැන් ඔය මුලේ ඉඳන් ඔන්න දැන් ඇවිල්ලා කඳට වතුර ටික. අපි මේ කතාව තමයි මේ කියන්නේ. හරි. ඔය දැන් අපි ඉන්නේ කඳේ කොලේ. කොලේ තියෙන mesophyll cells වල. දුව තේරෙනව නේද?
තේරෙනවා sir.
Right. What is the delay of loading this? Right. Yeah, it is clear. Right. Now there are mesophyll cells. Right? There are palisade mesophyll cells and the spongy mesophyll cells. Right? So what is entering to the these mesophyll cells, right? To contribute to the photosynthesis. Okay, Dua? Now this
Okay,
is
sir.
the cross section of a leaf, right? It shows you the internal tissues. There are xylems and phloems. ඔය තියෙන්නේ නාරටිය. නාරටිය තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. Xylem phloem. හරි. The sunlight is receiving here. This is the cuticle. It is in the upper side of the leaf. right? Then oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged to the stomata in the in the lower epidermis, right? And you will see the stomata is in the that what lower epidermis, right? හරි. දැන් ඔන්න ආයෙත් පොත බලා ගන්න. Right? Mesophyll cells of leaves via the xylems of stem and the veins of clear though? Clear? Oh, ne?
House.
Right. The network of the veins in the leaves distribute the water through the leaf. අර network එක තියෙනවානේ මේ xylem network එක. අන්න ඒකෙන් වතුර ටික බෙදලා දාන්න. Right. CO2 එන්නේ කොහෙන්ද? Stomata වල. CO2 obtained from what? From the stomata, through the stomata, right? From the atmosphere. CO2 diffuses into leaf through the stomata and then it reaches to the mesophyll cells. Now you have seen there are two types of mesophyll cells, right? Some of them are round in shape, some of them are in that elongated shapes, right? But here, that elongated ones are palisade cells and the other things are spongy cells. Now here you will say some intercellular spaces are there, especially among the spongy mesophills. Did you notice it, Sasa? Here, intercellular spaces. දුව දැක්කද ඒක?
දැක්ක sir.
Right. So these gases are absorbed to actually these gases are gone through those spaces, right? Then it reaches to the mesophyll cells via intercellular spaces, right? This special green pigment called chlorophyll are found in chloroplast in the plant cells, right? Chloroplast එක ඇතුලේ තමයි මේ chlorophyll pigment එක තියෙන්නේ. You know that, right? Then they absorb that chloroplast with the help of chlorophyll pigment. ඒ කියන්නේ දුව ආයෙත් මම පොතට ආවා. ඉන්නකො. ඒකෙත් ෆිගර් එකක් පෙන්නන්න. Right. Now here is the chloroplast. මේ තියෙන කොළ පාට ලොකු යුනිට් එක තමයි chloroplast. ඒ chloroplast තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ plant cell එක ඇතුළේ. Right? Now here within the chloroplast you will see these things called thylakoids. Right? Thylakoids. Right? So right. You can see the chlorophyll pigments on those parts, right? Those are chlorophyll pigments. They are pigments, right? Actually, it is a dye. That I will say dye. It's a color, right? Green color. So it is absorbing the what? Sunlight, right? And produce the food, right? So මොනවද දැන් බලපාන්නේ මේ photosynthesis වලට? chlorophyll තියනවද නැද්ද කියන එක බලපානවා. වෙන light energy එක තියනවද නැද්ද කියන එක බලපානවා. light energy එක නැත්තම් photosynthesis වෙන්නේ නැහැ. වෙන chlorophyll නැත්තම් photosynthesis වෙන්නේ. water නැත්තම් photosynthesis වෙන්නේ. carbon dioxide නැත්තම් photosynthesis වෙන්නේ නැහැ. clear ද? දැන්
Clear,
දුව ඔය figure එකට ඊට තියලා ප්‍රශ්නයක් ලියගන්න. What are the factors affecting photosynthesis? What are the factors affecting photosynthesis?
හරි sir.
Right. ලියන්න දුව උත්තරේ ලිව්වද?
ලිව්වා sir.
Right. හරිද? අපිට ඊළඟට කතා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ products of photosynthesis. Like you know already. Right? Write down a question. And so there are few short questions actually. First one is, what is produced during the photosynthesis? What is produced during the photosynthesis? Keep a one rule. Number two, what is the form of carbohydrate? What is the form of carbohydrate? That product is temporarily stored. Then, what is the form of carbohydrate? දුව ලියාගත්තේ මොකද්ද? ප්‍රශ්නේ කොච්චර ලිව්වද?
What is the form of carbon dioxide?
Carbon dioxide, carbohydrate. Here we are talking about the product of photosynthesis, right? What is a form of carbohydrate? Which is transported through the which is transported through the plant through the plant, right? එතකොට දුව ඔතනදී දැන් අපි දන්නවා ස්ටාර්ච් විදිහටයි හදන්නේ. ස්ටාර්ච් විදිහට හදලා ග්ලූකෝස් විදිහටයි හදන්නේ. ග්ලූකෝස් විදිහට හදලා ස්ටෝර් කරන්න බෑ. මොකද වෙන්නේ? දිය වෙලා යන්න පුළුවන්. ග්ලූකෝස්නේ. ඒ හින්දා අපි ඒක ස්ටාර්ච් විදිහට ස්ටෝර් කරනවා. ඔන්න ස්ටාර්ච් විදිහට ස්ටෝර් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ that is temporary, right? So we have to transport this to a stored tissues, storing tissues like fruits, right? Then we have to convert it again to a soluble but inactive material, carbohydrate material like sucrose. So it is converted into sucrose. Then the sucrose that is transported to the storing organs. Again stored as starch. හැමතිස්සෙම store කරන්නේ මොන විදියටද? starch විදියට. තනකින් තනකට අරන් යන්නේ මොන විදියටද? sucrose විදියට. photosynthesis වලදී හැදෙන්නේ කොහොමද? glucose විදියට. Right? Clear දුව?
Clear, sir.
Right. ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ. Write down the word equation and the chemical equation of photosynthesis. Write down the word equation and the chemical equation of the photosynthesis. Next one. එතකොට දුව අර මම කිව්වේ සමහර ලයිට් රේන්ජස් වලදී ඒ කියන්නේ වේව්ලෙන්ත්ස් වලදී ප්‍රොඩක්ටිවිටි එක වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා ෆොටෝසින්තසිස් වල. ඒ ප්‍රොඩක්ටිවිටි එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ රෙඩ් ඇන්ඩ් බ්ලූ වල. right? ඒ කියන්නේ වැඩිම වේගයකින් ෆොටෝසින්තසිස් වෙන්නේ under the red and blue light. Okay, දුව?
Okay, sir.
Right. Here, this test you have done this in the grade 8, I think. අර අපි බලන්නේ අයඩින් දාලා මතකද? dark purple වෙනවද කියලා. ඒක ඉස්කෝලේදී දුව මේ කරාද?
Class.
right. ඒකමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. same thing. right, that the same thing is repeating. That's why we want educational reforms to Sri Lanka. The same things are repeating. Right? You have already learned this thing in grade 8 and after that it is there in grade 9, I think. Right? The same thing is repeating again. Right? Right. You will learn about Vijaya and the Queen in the grade 7. And you will learn again in grade 8, right? Same thing is repeated, right? Neither do. So
Oh,
we have to go with the world. So we need new things to learn. So we need new curriculum. Right. So there are testings of factors required for the photosynthesis. Again, you have done this. Right. We will start from the testings of factors for the photosynthesis in the next take. Right. If you have any question, you can ask to the person. Okay, Dua? Right. For today,
okay, sir.
right. For today, we will stop from this. තාම ඉස්කෝලේ දුව එක තැනක්වත් නෑනේ නේද? තාම ස්ටාර්ට් කරේ නෑනේ ඔන්ලයින් වත්.
නෑ sir.
right. හරි. එතකොට අපි මේ පාඩම ලබන සතිය වෙද්දී ඉවරයි. right? දුව ඔයා කියවගෙන එන්න ඕනේ. අපි මේව හොඳටම දන්න දේවල් activity 2.2 activity 2.3 right? දැන් grade 11 හින්දා වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ දුව සෙල්ලම නෙමෙයි දැන්. right? yes. activity 2.2 එකයි activity 2.3 එකයි කියවගෙන එන්න. right? ඒ කියන්නේ activity එක ඉවර වෙන්නේ දුව මෙන්න මේ clearance එකෙන්. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතනට යන්න. right? හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ activity එකකට පස්සේ තියෙනවා ඒකේ මොකක්ද කියන්නේ කියන එක. එතකොට ඒ ටිකත් එක්ක කියවගෙන එන්න. මේ මාස කීපය බැහැලා වැඩ කරන්න අනිවාර්යෙන් 9S වලට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඕකේද?
Okay, sir.
right. එහෙනම් අපි අදට ගිහිල්ලා. අයබෝන් good night.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye, sir.
goodbye දුව. good night.